By 1976, the project had grown more to include an aviary, a deer habitat, and an exciting World Underground exhibit. 108 businesses and civic groups had joined the league in contributing $250,000 to build the new Western North Carolina Nature Center as you know it today.
We were so involved in the building of the place, and we'd already gone through a few directors who, one didn't want to even be here, and finally got a consultant who helped us get Mel Thomason, and he came in the spring and hit the ground running and turned to us who had been involved and said, well, what are they going to see when they come out here?
I don't know how. All I remember is that we were painting and designing these boards, and we were nowhere near professional. But somehow it
got us through a few years.
It got us through a few years, and they actually, put them up again the next year.
Which surprised us a great deal.
But I mentioned earlier the world underground. We were trying to show hidden worlds, the world of night, the world underground, but it was supposed to be live animals. And the concept was that they would live on top and then dig down, and all they had was that much room next to the glass.
Right.
And we would be able to see their burrows, and their fur would keep the glass clean. That was a great idea.
That was one of our earlier directors that didn't last too long. Sold us that one. We were on our growing edge all the time. Everything we were trying to do, we had never done before, and we didn't have a clue how to do it.
And we just jumped in.
And we made a lot of mistakes, but I mean, like we were talking earlier, I didn't know what a rebar was when this all began, but by the time I was through, we had a little bit of knowledge about construction, and we became pretty good politicians. Sally and I went on to another project after that, and so we got that project for sure.
The legacy of all this hard work by League volunteers is enormous. The Nature Center now serves 27 counties and each year welcomes 100,000 visitors through its doors. It remains one of the primary facilities in Western North Carolina offering school children the opportunity to learn about this region's wildlife and habitats and develop an understanding of their responsibility for its conservation.
Those ladies had a vision that, not that men don't have visions, but those ladies had visions that's hard to comprehend. That as they sat down and they could see it, the finished product, where a lot of people couldn't. Getting back to those women, they knew how Asheville was going to look in 30 years. And they saw what Asheville needed 30 years down the road.
I think just bringing to light Western North Carolina, I don't think we really realized then how important this area is and how diverse and how it stands out in the country.
And I think the children, if they don't know something, they don't care about it.
Right.
And the fact that the educators go into the schools ahead of time and prime kids, and then they come out here and they get the hands-on experience so that they begin to understand the implications of their behavior and how that really impacts the environment. And that was really at the core, I think, of a lot of what we were hoping for.
And ahead of the curve.
Thank you, Jeanne, Sally, Dershie, Millie, Audie, and Martha, and all of your Junior League colleagues for creating and sustaining this environmental education gem that has meant so much to so many Western North Carolina families. It is time to celebrate your achievement.
Well, of course, the friendships that
Friendships
we all
have been
made
huge,
working
yeah.
so closely together, through the ups and the downs, I think you bond.
I think
Yeah.
that was a big part of it.
But then there were
To
perks,
see,
like
yeah.
to be able to have a lion live at your house. That just-